colleagues who these things come naturally to. They have their perspectives and opinions on data sharing, and it's very clear for them. But when you're in the early stages of wanting to do all of those things I mentioned before about building and networking, this data sharing request could be your next opportunity. But I think that if we could consider a few questions around that data sharing request, it can help us be more strategic and thoughtful in how we respond to it. So in that example about the specific data that they're requesting a portion of it. So if you're looking at, perhaps you have a data set that has vegetation samples and it has species-specific tracking, GPS tracking, and all those different aspects. And perhaps the student's just looking for one portion. Instead of knee-jerking and say, yeah, that's okay, I'm not using the veg portion, be thoughtful. Ask a few more questions about what it is that they want that specific data for. In that scenario that I just presented, of course, there's that consideration of who owns the data and who can technically give the permission to use it. In that scenario, I'm assuming that early career researcher is going to have to go back to their co-management board, that their data sharing agreement would definitely have had some clauses in there that would have said, if this data is to be used in a different respect, partners will have to consult and agree. Who's requesting the data, what they're going to do with it, and not just what they're going to do with it, but how long will they use it for? How long? Will it be a year, 2 years, 5 years? Who knows? That might be a question that could jog your response or influence your response. And then, of course, in considering this data sharing request, what are your contributions to the process, if any at all?